Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to see more wonders of God's creation. And there we go. Okay, so 798 Sphenic number. Okay, so we've seen the wonders of these Sphenic numbers, that how they're actually generated in the Quran. So first of all, what I want to do is I want to actually tell you how 798 is actually derived. Okay, the 19th 20 PC pair are 19422 and 19428. The indices of TPCs individually are 333 and 334. Now, the total number of verses in the Quran are 19 times 334, which is 6346. So I underline those to show you how many of these are being derived from this table and the following findings. Okay, 333 in base 19 is 1143 in base 10, and 1143 is 9 times 127. Okay. Then adding up all of those indices, the digits of indices, 3 plus 3 plus 3, 3 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 19, and the 20 PCs, 1 plus 9 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2, plus 1 plus 9 plus 4 plus 2 plus 8 is equal to 42. 19 times 42 is 798. Note that 798 is the frequency of K.H.Y.A.S in Surah 19. Okay? Again, as intelligent people, we have to ask ourselves why before we listen to other people who have no clue what's going on. They don't have the knowledge. Okay? The digital sum of 19422 is 18, and the digital sum of 19428 is 24. 1824 is 96 times 19, and chapter 96 has 19 verses. That's the first chapter that was revealed. 798, which is the number of frequency of K.H.Y.A.S in chapter 19, happens to be the index of Sphenic number 4738. Surah 47 is called Muhammad, and it has 38 verses. 4738 actually is also a Sphenic number, as I said. Okay, it means 3 distinct prime factors. It's 23 times 2 times 103. The indices of these prime numbers are 9127. So the question comes from those people who do not want to see a miracle. Why are you writing it this way? Why don't you put 2 before that? So I put it in red. Why are the prime factors not written in ascending order? Okay? Those are the people who said when God told them to slaughter a cow, they said, what kind of cow? Remember that? Because they didn't want to do it. Okay. Well, if I write 232103 happens to be a long prime. It happens to be 77099 long prime. And 7709 is a composite index is 6730, and chapter 67 in the Quran has 30 verses. And recall this, that 19th prime is, and 19th composite are 67 and 30. It comes from that, it forces you to write it that way. By the virtue that 19th prime number is 67 and 19th composite is 30. And chapter 67 has 30 verses. Okay? (23)2103 happens to be the 15726 lonely prime. And 15726 is the Sphenic number. It happens to be 2907, such number. 2907 is 3 times 3 times 17 times 19. The indices of these prime factors are 2278, and chapter 22 in the Quran has 78 verses. You know what it says actually in that chapter? 2278. 22, chapter 28 is called pilgrimage. You remember that? Okay. And the last one, he says that this is the nation of your father Abraham. See, God says He hasn't put any burden on you. He said, follow this, the nation of Abraham. Okay. And God says He, God, was the one who called you Muslims previously. Okay. And then He tells you about doing the contact prayers and giving the cleansing charity. Okay. And so these numbers here from chapter 19 actually dictates what's supposed to be in those verses. Okay. And if you look at chapter 19, verse 30, actually Jesus says that I am a servant of God. Okay. He had chosen me and He has made me a prophet. Okay. He's given me the description, made me a prophet. So here, you can read all of these things. And then He says that He is enjoined me to do the contact prayers and give the cleansing charity. Why? Because He was the nation of Abraham. Okay. So 2278 happens to be 353rd Sphenic number. 353 happens to be the frequency of Ha-Mim in Surah 42. Moreover, 353 is the exponent of the 19th Gaussian Mersenne prime. But remember now, 42. We started with 19 times 42 at the beginning. And then we ended up going back to 353. Okay. This information was not available to those people before us. Okay. We are the ones who are enjoying it. And I hope we are enjoying it. Okay. But as I said, resistance to these kinds of things, new information is immense. People don't want to hear it. But these are, as I said, those pictures are glorifying God. These are glorifying God. Okay. It says that Qala inni Abdullah. That's what Jesus says. Atani al-kitab wa ja'alni nabiyyan. He has given me the scripture and made me a prophet. Okay? You know that Qala inni Abdullah, that Allah over there is the 114th verse containing the word God in the Revelation order. Okay. So we have to remember these things a little bit. Read about it. See, why is He saying this in this specific verse? Because of these mathematical relations that are dictating where these things are supposed to be. Okay. When He says that He has given and assigned a number to everything, those galaxies have a number. They're supposed to be there. Doesn't matter if you know about it or not. It's irrelevant. Okay? God creates what He wills. And He shows it. He shows His power and His huge greatness to us through these kind of things, through His handiwork. Okay. And so again, as I said, we are here again, and I underline all of these things, that how many different parameters of the Quran actually has been achieved and has been found through these bullets that I just showed here today. Okay. 6346, which is the total number of verses in the Quran, that's including the unnumbered Bismillahs. Okay. I want to stress that. There are two ways you can count them. Okay. One is without the thing, which is 6234, without the unnumbered ones. One with the numbered ones is 6346. Okay. So here, 9127, okay? 9619, 4738, again 9127, 6730, okay? 2278, 353, which is the number of initials in chapter 42. So we started with number of initials in chapter 19, 798, which happens to be 19 times 42. And then we went back and we found the number of initials in chapter 42, okay, which is 353. It's absolutely mind-boggling. Okay, I'm going to stop here and we'll